Welcome to Step Out Studio. Today, we take a nostalgic dive into a delightful mix of comedy, drama, and intrigue. A Touch of Larceny, 1960. Starring the ever-charismatic James Mason, the elegant Vera Miles, and the refined George Sanders, this British gem offers a clever, light-hearted heist wrapped in social satire. How does this sophisticated caper hold up over 6 decades later? Stay tuned to find out. Our story introduces Commander Max Easton, played by James Mason, a charming yet slightly unscrupulous former naval officer. Max spends his post-war days idling at a prestigious London club, flirting with sophisticated women and avoiding the constraints of real work. But when he meets Virginia Killine, Vera Miles, an American beauty engaged to the wealthy Sir Charles Holland, George Sanders, Max finds himself smitten. However, his usual charms won't be enough. Virginia desires ambition, stability, and above all, wealth. Determined to impress Virginia, Max concocts an audacious plan. He will fake his defection to the Soviet Union, only to reappear later and sue the press for defamation, raking in a fortune in damages. It's a ludicrously bold idea, perfectly fitting for a man of Max's cunning and self-assured nature. But as he sets his plan into motion, things quickly spiral beyond his control. Max's faux espionage antics lead to real suspicion from British intelligence. His antics catch the eye of the no-nonsense Captain Graham, Harry Andrews, and his own former naval comrades, who don't appreciate the risk he's taking with national security. The question now looms: has Max gone too far? Or will he pull off this outlandish con unscathed? As the web of deceit grows more tangled, Virginia begins to question Max's true nature. Is he just a reckless rogue? Or is there a method to his madness? Meanwhile, Sir Charles, played with aristocratic wit by George Sanders, watches the drama unfold with a mix of bemusement and irritation. When Max's scheme finally reaches its breaking point, the film delivers a satisfying, humorous, and unexpected resolution. A Touch of Larceny is a delightful showcase of 1960s British wit and charm. James Mason shines as the rakish Max Easton, balancing suaveness with just the right amount of comedic foolishness. Vera Miles brings sophistication and depth to her role, while George Sanders is impeccable as the skeptical yet amused aristocrat. The film's clever script, adapted from Andrew Garve's novel The Megstone plot, keeps audiences engaged, blending satire with romance and intrigue. Beyond its comedic exterior, A Touch of Larceny offers a fascinating commentary on post-war British society. The film captures the shifting social dynamics of the 1950s and 60s, where class divisions, economic anxieties, and Cold War tensions influenced everyday life. Max Easton embodies the disillusioned British officer, a relic of the war era who refuses to conform to the rigid expectations of peacetime Britain. Instead of pursuing a steady career, he schemes his way to success, reflecting a sense of rebellion against traditional values. The character of Virginia Killine adds another layer to the film's satire. As an American in London, Virginia represents the post-war influx of foreign influence and the new expectations of modern women. She is independent, discerning, and unwilling to settle for mere charm. She demands security and ambition. This contrasts sharply with Max's carefree attitude, creating an interesting dynamic where personal aspirations clash with romantic ideals. Sir Charles Holland, meanwhile, represents the old aristocracy, reserved, practical, and skeptical of frivolous pursuits. His presence in the story provides a counterbalance to Max's reckless ambition, highlighting the generational and ideological divide between those who embraced post-war change and those who held on to the past. James Mason's portrayal of Max Easton is undoubtedly the film's strongest element. Mason, known for his commanding presence and distinctive voice, perfectly embodies the duality of Max, charming yet flawed, confident yet desperate. His comedic timing, combined with his ability to convey deeper emotions, makes Max a character audiences can both root for and laugh at. Mason's career spanned decades, with standout performances in films such as The Seventh Veil, 1945, Odd Man Out, 1947, and North by Northwest, 1959. In A Touch of Larceny, he delivers a performance that balances lighthearted mischief with a subtle critique of post-war British identity. His chemistry with Vera Miles enhances the romantic tension, while his interactions with George Sanders add a touch of dry, British humor. Vera Miles, best known for her roles in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, 1960, and The Searchers, 1956, brings intelligence and sophistication to Virginia Killine. Unlike many romantic interests in classic heist films, Virginia is not a passive figure. She actively challenges Max's worldview and forces him to confront his own shortcomings. Miles' performance is understated yet powerful, giving depth to a character that could have easily been a one-dimensional love interest. George Sanders, as always, is a scene stealer. His portrayal of Sir Charles Holland is dripping with dry wit and aristocratic detachment. Sanders, known for his roles in films like All About Eve, 1950, and Rebecca, 1940, excels at playing the suave, cynical gentleman. His bemused reactions to Max's antics add an extra layer of humor to the film, making him an essential part of its charm. Directed by Guy Hamilton, A Touch of Larceny benefits from a sharp, well-paced script and stylish cinematography. Hamilton, who later became famous for directing several James Bond films, demonstrates his knack for blending action, humor, and intrigue. The film's use of London's post-war landscape adds authenticity to the story, with its upscale clubs, naval offices, and bustling streets serving as the perfect backdrop for Max's misadventures. The cinematography, handled by John Wilcox, captures the elegance and charm of 1960s London. The film's visual style is crisp and clean, emphasizing the sophistication of its characters and settings. The dialogue, rich with wit and innuendo, keeps the audience engaged, while the pacing ensures that the story never lags. Upon its release, A Touch of Larceny received positive reviews for its intelligent script and strong performances. Critics praised Mason's portrayal of Max Easton and lauded the film's ability to balance humor with social commentary. While it was not a major box office hit, it has since gained a cult following among classic film enthusiasts. In the years following its release, A Touch of Larceny has been recognized as a unique entry in British cinema, an underappreciated gem that captures the wit and sophistication of its era. The film's themes of ambition, deception, and romantic pursuit remain relevant, making it a timeless piece of storytelling. A Touch of Larceny is more than just a lighthearted caper. It is a cleverly crafted film that blends humor, romance, and satire. With outstanding performances from James Mason, Vera Miles, and George Sanders, it offers a delightful cinematic experience for fans of classic films. Whether you appreciate British wit, Cold War intrigue, or simply enjoy a well-executed heist story, this film is worth adding to your watch list. We rate it 8 out of 10, a classic caper with timeless charm. Did you enjoy our review of A Touch of Larceny? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Step Out Studio for more classic film reviews and retrospectives. See you next time.